Do you ever sit there and dream of taking revenge on someone that hurt you and imagine how powerful that would make you feel? It's definitely a thought that's crossed my mind a few times. One of those being when I found myself abandoned at a shopping mall. I'd gone shopping with my husband that morning, and when I went into a store to buy a gift for a housewarming party we were attending that night, he said he didn't want to go and he would bring the car around. Once inside, I realized I didn't have my phone or wallet. I perused for a few moments before coming out to look for him. I didn't see him, so I sat on the curb and waited. After some time, I checked the parking lot. He wasn't there. I kept going back and forth between the parking lot and the store, all the while my distress growing. He wasn't anywhere. It was then the realization hit. He had left me there. Tears of shock, shame, and horror flooded me. Too ashamed to go and ask someone to use their phone, I had no choice but to walk the 10 kilometers home, thinking and hoping he would be there when I arrived. He wasn't, and during the walk, my Achilles tendonitis acted up, so my physical pain was matching my emotional pain, all of which quickly turned into rage. I was so pissed. I called his cell 1,000,000 times and left a string of non-PG messages. After a few hours, when he called, I felt enraged. But what he would say would peel back my rage to confusion and pain. He said he'd been waiting at the mall the whole time, and the messages I left him were so insane that he decided he was leaving me. Could this be true? When he came back to pack a bag of his things, I stood there frozen, unable to move or say anything. When he walked out that door, every wound from my past resurfaced, all of those feelings of unworthiness swallowing me up. I came from a background of abuse, my mother telling me I was unlovable and unwanted. Meeting my husband and getting married had been a way of affirming my worth. Someone finally loved me and wanted me, and that made me worthy and lovable. And suddenly, that was all shattering before my eyes in one moment, proving my unworthiness again. My thoughts spiraled and I blamed myself. I really thought I was losing it. Luckily, before I could fall too far down the rabbit hole of insanity, my best friend called me and pulled me back up. She had the scoop. He had left me at the mall because he had an affair with someone and got her pregnant, and she was having his baby that day. The rage flooded me again. I imagined all the horrible things I would do to him. Ultimately, I didn't follow through with a single one. I handled the entire divorce with kindness and grace. It's not because I chickened out or worried about the criminal repercussions. It's because this situation forced me into a place where I had to stop letting my worth come from other people. I had to build self-worth. I had to learn to love myself and be defined by myself. And I just couldn't love a hateful, vengeful person. I realized that my power came not in being able to take revenge, but by showing up with love and kindness no matter what. I have to live with myself every single day, and loving myself means showing up in a way that makes me proud. How you feel is determined by the way you show up in the world, not the way other people treat you. That's your real power. The kinder and more loving you are, even to someone that doesn't deserve it, the better and stronger you'll feel about yourself. You might be thinking, but what about my revenge? Well, here's the karmic twist. Because of the fact that I showed up with kindness at the end, my ex couldn't demonize me, and he finally realized what he lost, and he has to live with that forever. Now tell me that isn't sweet revenge.